That's 315 million from Christians, individual Christians that are giving generously to this fund with strategically ignorance, with their ignorance, with their, what does the Bible talk about? Scales on the eyes,
Yes.
right? So you can't see through your scales. But what you're actually funding is parts of this war mechanism. So we've created machines, we've created this Christian machine, this apparatus that funds what we think ignorantly is good-intentioned international fellowship of Christians and Jews. But no, what it's doing is it's calcifying a nation state that is bombing Christians in other parts of that region, killing them, and they're justifying it. And this money is going to those efforts. Part of that money is going to those efforts.
That is absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Christians ought to be safe in the Holy Land of all places, but they are not. Keep in mind, these are the descendants of the first converts, the first people who followed Jesus, people whose families have worshiped in the land Jesus walked for centuries, for thousands of years. And these same people are now facing enormous pressure to leave, fleeing their homes amid war and anti-Christian terrorism. Untold numbers of innocents are lost and without hope, fellow Christians. But how do you support them? There are groups out there who claim to support them whose real agenda is to move them out of their actual homeland. We think that's wrong. We think that's evil, in fact. And so we've looked far and wide to find a group that is actually supporting Christians in the Middle East. And we found one. It's called the Vulnerable People Project, VPP. It's one of the very few groups consistently helping vulnerable Christians throughout the Holy Land. They deliver food and water to Christian communities trapped in Gaza, for example. They help rescue civilians. They provide emergency aid to families who have nowhere else to turn. Today, they are helping Christian churches and families safely remain in the communities where their ancestors worshiped Jesus. There should be a lot of groups doing this, and trust us, we have looked for over a year now, and there aren't. But the Vulnerable People Project is doing exactly that, and their work makes an amazing difference in people's lives. A gift of just $33 helps provide a day of protection and support for the vulnerable Christians in the West Bank. Who's looking out for them? Nobody. Well, they are. A monthly gift of $83 helps sustain that protection throughout the month. So visit SaveWestBankChristians.com and stand with Christians in the land where Christianity began. That's SaveWestBankChristians.com.